What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy AshTheMan. Thank you so much for tuning in. So we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Super movie that's supposed to be releasing December 14th of 2018. And high up the topic is going to be Broly. Yes, this guy, this big, voluptuous guy right here. Now, and the reason we want to talk about him is because there were some new designs that was released for him and some recent posting and the new we're gonna take this off right there, and the new design that they have for him, let me make this bigger. And yeah, so basically he's supposed to have armor, blue like tight pants, the boots that saying it's a unique saying armor that looks good. And then I guess when he goes legendary Super Saiyan, he breaks out the top half of his armor, really looking pretty good if you ask me. But however, looks not everything, because if you compare it to how Broly previously looked, I would say his new look is probably better than his old look, if you ask me, because he wore like garments that looked like he was definitely legendary, but his outfit didn't make sense to the current time and frame that it is. Like, he's the only one that didn't wear Saiyan armor. Kind of confusing if you ask me, but nevertheless, this is the old image that we remind Broly. If you see, look closely right here, you will see that when you go Super Saiyan, legendary Super Saiyan, that the head, the headpiece headband breaks off, because that's one thing they used to try to calm him down. But everything else pretty much stays, besides probably like the upper armbands that doesn't stay. But however, you could just imagine. Now, knowing previous Broly, how he had some type of weird deception with Goku when they was younger, babies, still in the test tubes. Kakarot cried a lot, in which torment Broly, which has some type of like weird obsession with hearing Kakarot cry, gets him angry, and his emotions and everything can't stay in line due to the headpiece that definitely controls his obsession emotion. Now, we all know how the old movies went. Pretty much of how he ridiculously got beat by Goku when he didn't trash Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, and Piccolo. Pretty much the five strongest people that was on Earth. He pretty much trashed them, and they gave him the little bit of energy that they had left after he whooped their asses. And he literally, Goku took down Broly with one hit. Was not happy about that. And the second movie, it was a little bit better how he got killed, but it still just makes me feel like they just brought Broly to hype up other characters. And then in Bio Broly, I don't know what the hell they was thinking, but I guess we could call it a movie. The what it says right there, Broly Triple Treat Truck trilogy. Yeah. But however, now, going forward with the movie that they are planning on releasing, now the Dragon Ball Super movie, again, is still supposedly giving information about Yamoshi, but however, they is pointing Broly, and I guess he's going to be in that multi-layer to where he is going to be dealing with somewhat with the past and the present. I think he will be the one to kind of like build that gap into there, because Goku, of course, he's going to be part of the present. And I think the past is going to deal with emotion when he first tapped into the Super Saiyan God. Now, Legendary Super Saiyan, it looks a lot like the Berserker that Kefka was using against when Goku went in an uncompleted Super Saiyan God, which eventually he went into Ultra Instinct. So, is this a good move for him? Like, honestly, yeah. And the reason I'm doing this video and giving this perspective is that Broly as a character was just a stepping stone in which they beat Broly without even being stronger than him. That is one of the biggest like questions and like BS that Dragon Ball Z has threw at us as fans. I mean, anybody who's a fan of Broly always had that question like, why? How could they still beat him with one punch? And like they was literally like at the last corner strength that was barely keeping him alive. All put that into Goku. He put that all into a fist where they would punch Broly, and he was dead. Like, they couldn't even get a good scratch on him. That was the first hit and the last hit he took to be killed. It never fazed me every time I watch that movie. It just kills me. But however, it's definitely going to be an interesting thing to see. But however, I just feel like they're going to be using him as a stepping stone. Now, and another thing is that a lot of people have been trying to find out the movie settings where the planet's going to take place. But honestly, everybody's going to keep on guessing, trying to find out where that new planet is going to be. I just say let the surprise be a surprise, people. We can all try to pinpoint, look in your most history, um, or whatever, but we're not going to find it. I mean, completely honest. I mean, the only judgment that I could give is that the original planet Vegeta, which was Planet Salada, comes back, but that is will be for not if Goku fights and the planet is eventually destroyed again. So it wouldn't make any sense. So over and all, with this movie, we have to consider some things. We have to consider that the Dragon Ball Super movie is going to be released on December 14th. It's going to be a multi-layer dealing with the present and past. Broly is probably going to be the gap in between being the main villain for both the present and the past. Yamoshi history is definitely going to be covered in this movie. We're going to see Ultra Instinct because this particular image is something that definitely was officially released. So I can expect that they is not finished with Ultra Instinct. So that is definitely going to be a part of it. Um, yeah. So definitely. And this is probably going to be a way as another foothold to get fans really back into Dragon Ball Super. 'Cause I know so many people who was into Dragon Ball Z, got back into Super, was happy about it towards the Black Goku art ended the tournament power halfway through it. A lot of people just wasn't impressed. The ending to the tournament where Goku and Frieza actually fought together and both sacrificed themselves to get eliminated just so that Jiren could get defeated was definitely hype about it, but not, satisfied with it, to be more exact. So I think Broly coming into here is definitely going to be a pillar to getting people back into it, but at the same time, it's going to be where it's like, how is you going to do Broly? That's the main thing. People's like, how are you going to give Broly a good identity? How he's going to match up? Is you going to give him this overpowered, but then give him the BS way of exiting the scene by giving him one punch, which all that power against Broly really didn't make any sense. So, yeah, that's my take on it. I really hope that they don't do that. I really hope they really give him the shot of doubt that he needed. At least if Goku was to acquire like some power, maybe through like the spirit bond, but giving him Ultra Instinct and Broly having this intense legendary Super Saiyan power, it should be not a one-sided fight, and I hope to God it don't be that. I hope they gotta be something going back and forth. Even if Goku was to come on top, please give Broly more of a way to exit the stage instead of giving him that weak punch. That's one of the things that stands out the most for me. But over and all, I think his outfit looks nice. It's a very edgy idea to put Broly back in a movie, but this multi-layer kind of thing still piques my interest the most. And yeah, December 14th is definitely less than a few months away. So yeah, it can definitely be in for it. But I just want to thank you guys again for definitely tuning in for this. Dragon Ball Super movie should be a way to bring us back into the series. A lot of us eventually. But if this movie is not as good as the way that they're hyping this movie up to be, then this is a good way for them just to close their doors and not even watch Super to begin with. So again, my name is Ash the Man. You guys have a wonderful day.